Hey everyone, welcome back to Unpacking. I'm Pen and I will be your host on this adventure. So, in the last episode, I asked you guys what you were doing in 2012. And I will be reading all of those comments because I am legitimately curious how different things were for different people back during that period of time. So many things have changed since then, as far as I'm concerned anyway. But I'd also like to talk a bit about what I was going through in 2012, because it's probably a lot. So, in 2012, I just left a pretty awful relationship. It had been a multi-year relationship with somebody who was physically and mentally abusive. And a lot of people were so insistent on, 2012 being the last good year. And as far as I'm concerned, I saw 2012 as the first good year for me. And, you know, looking at how things like the pandemic and that have come about, I'm not minimizing all of the loss or anything like that people went through. It was more of, I was already so used to everything being shit that when the pandemic hit and when we started being afraid to go outside and being afraid to lose lives because of this serious condition that was affecting so many people. I was already adjusting to being in a new mental state and trying to be better as a person, that it wasn't really a big stretch for me to adjust to being isolated again. But this time, I was isolating for a reason rather than isolating because my partner didn't want me to know anybody or talk to anybody. So I found it significantly easier to adjust to who I was when I didn't have to worry about pleasing people. You know, there are so many things that you kind of just need your own space to deal with. And I found that the pandemic kind of gave me that space a little bit. I was able to figure things out for myself. And even before the pandemic, you know, we had to deal with all of the stuff going on in America. There was just so many things happening, and it was a lot to take in, a lot to deal with. But because I was already dealing with the worst days in existence, it wasn't that much of an issue anymore. I was able to take all of those things and function even in spite of some of the really, really negative things that were happening in the world at the time. And I'm very grateful that I got to do that. There are so many people who were completely caught unawares. They were so used to the way life was, and they were so comfortable with the way it was, that when this came out of the blue, they didn't know what to do. Fortunately, I had gone through so much already that I was prepared. You know, once you've had some of your worst days, it's a little bit easier to deal with a bad day every now and then. That's the way I see it anyway. I know there's a lot of people that see the pandemic and all these years since as just this awful thing. I don't know, I just always felt like we went through so much, you know? So it was better than bottling it up and not feeling it. I just let all of the feelings happen, and I think that's part of the reason I was able to get through it. Oh, cool. Look at this candle. I love that. It's kind of like a sunset. But yeah, I don't know about how you guys feel about the last few years, but I think a lot of good and a lot of bad came at the same time. A lot of people learned how to deal with negative things, which I think has made a lot of us more resilient in the long run. And while absolutely there was a lot of horrible shit that happened as well, I still feel like we're all better for the decisions that we've made and the paths we've taken the last few years. And I'm really proud of everything that we've done with all of us. You know, we've all put in so much effort. It's amazing the things that people have done in spite of all the limitations. I think I'm done here. Is there anything else? What? Oh, is these not supposed to be on the desk? Okay. That up there. Can this chicken still fit? No, he cannot. Okay, he's gonna go here. I don't see what I'm looking for. What else isn't where it's supposed to be? You? I don't... Oh, did you want me to get rid of that? Is there a bin somewhere? Can I trash this? No. You want me to just put it in the cupboard? Let's put this up here. Can I put this in the cupboard? There we go. Okay, so that's your X. Alright. This room used to feel bigger. Yeah, it would have when you were little. 2013. Ooh, okay. So my 2013, that was an interesting year. For me personally, the things I was doing was all of the things I should have done when I was 17, because I didn't really have a great childhood. So I was partying, I was getting drunk, I was getting high and using that the weed I was smoking to kind of remove the existential dread I was feeling at the time. So, you know, all the good stuff. I didn't get to experience the things you're supposed to experience at the correct age. So I had to make up for it by experiencing it later in life. And I don't know, I feel like it was the better option because I didn't put myself in an insane amount of danger, because I was a bit older and a bit wiser, you know? There's so many things that if you're not careful, you can get fucked up for life. Accidental pregnancy, trusting the wrong person and getting murdered. That can screw up a lot of things for a long time, if I'm being honest. You know, that's pretty permanent. Can't really skip over that one. All of the things that I experienced during that time were things I needed to experience. And a lot of things I don't even like now. And so many things, I don't even know why I did them. Like, the partying and the drinking. I loved the idea of clubbing. But when I went out clubbing, I didn't talk to anybody. Because I could barely hear them. And I really didn't like guys dancing right up against me. That stuff made me so uncomfortable. And apparently that's autism, you know. I don't want to blame my mental illness for that. But, you know, I totally just did not vibe with that scene. But I kept doing it because I just wanted to say I'd done it. And, you know, I don't regret the decision to go and do it, but I do kind of wish I didn't. If I don't know how else to phrase that. It's like all the things I could have done instead. That's the stuff that bothers me. Is, you know, instead of going and getting drunk and partying like a crazy person, I could have been going to university. You know, I did have a bad childhood and I wanted to experience all these things so I could. But I feel like now none of those things gave me the experience I needed. They were just something I can now say I did. Where does this belong? I don't know where this belongs. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I recommend like trying new things if you want to. But if it's not something that you specifically have decided, yes, this is something I want to do, don't do it. Trust me, you don't need to. It's not a problem. Oh, they go in here. I thought that was a rubbish basket. I see. But yeah, if you don't have to do something, if you don't want to do something, you've decided, like, this doesn't feel like me, don't do it. You don't have to. All you're going to do is make yourself miserable later, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because as much as that experience was fun at the time, and you have so many fun stories that your siblings like you to tell, like, just some truly hilarious stupidity going on, and things that just don't make sense. You just don't want to force yourself to do something you don't want to do, because you can just do it later. You've always got the opportunity to just do it later, you know? Nothing's forcing you to do it now. And, with that though, don't see that as an opportunity to stay inside your comfort zone. There are totally acceptable things that you can do that don't require you to go and live dangerously. And sometimes you want to just, even if you just dip your toe in the water, you know. Oh, hey, it's a birthday party. I'm going to drink with my friends. Have one drink and then go home. And I still had an experience, you know. I feel like experiences are good as long as you consent to them and you're not being pressured. Don't ever let yourself be pressured to do it. Because I did that, and I've done things like, what thing have I regretted recently that I did? Moving to a town that I didn't really want to, for the sake of people who just, they really wanted to have the opportunity to be with friends, and they kept talking about how much they love being their friends, and I kind of felt pressured into moving into a place I didn't like. And the entire experience not only was miserable for me, but the person who I felt like was pressuring me into moving, they were miserable too. They thought that I wanted to move, I thought they wanted to move, and it was just a whole clusterfuck. So, yeah. This is my suggestion. When you have decided you want to do something, write the thing you want to do in a book or something, and then try and decide if this is something you want to do or if it's something you feel like you need to do. Because if it's something you need to do but you don't want to do it, chances are it won't be fun. And I can say that from experience. So, yeah. Definitely just only do something if you feel like it's something you either need to or want to do. And I'm going to be very, very preachy on that. Probably for my entire existence on YouTube. I'm pretty adamant about only doing things you want to do, because if you do things others want you to do, then there's a chance that you'll be miserable and you'll likely take it out on them, and then you'll lose the friendship, and what was the point of it all anyway? Yoga mat. That's the point. No, I'm kidding. Alright. This is getting kind of full. I love the detail of, oh, yeah, they moved into a new place, so it's definitely going to be plastic drawers and not much furniture, because this is their first house. I haven't moved into a house of just mine in a long time. I did it once where it was nothing before I moved in, and I had a single armchair. I had no dining room furniture of any kind. It was a mess. I had zero coordination on anything. But I do remember being so proud anytime I got a new piece of furniture. It was the fucking best. I remember going to the shops, buying myself a washing machine, which I had to save up for because, you know, they're not exactly cheap. And I went in and I bought this $500 washing machine, and I literally went home and called people to tell them that I bought a washing machine. I was just proud. Like, who the fuck wouldn't be? Going from having nothing and being broke and pretty much starving myself because I didn't have a lot of money, to being able to go and buying a washing machine. It was just the fucking best. Ooh, let's put this here. There we go. Stop doing that. Why do you do that? I do plan on moving eventually from this place. This place is a place I took over the rent from my mother because she wanted to move. So I'm just like, oh, well, it's a house. I'll take it. Eventually I will move into my own place again, and I'm looking forward to that because I don't like where I live right now. It's an hour and a half away from anything. So if I need things, I get to go into town once a week because I can't drive. I get severe anxiety from driving, and my brain shuts down and I stop being able to see in front of me, which is very dangerous when you're trying to drive a car, if I'm being honest. But it's okay for now. I can get to where I need to be when I desperately need something, and I will be moving, and I want to move to Melbourne, which is significantly far away from here. It's a whole different state to where I'm living right now. So the idea of being able to move to Melbourne is something I've wanted for a while, because I feel like I'm going to find a whole community of people like me, you know, being non-binary and part poly and pansexual in a town full of just the worst types of people. The school has its own chaplain who, even when I say I don't want my daughter to learn about religion, still somehow manages to get Sarah to listen to the religious stuff, and then tries to pass it off as, oh, she gave me permission to teach her, and she wanted to learn because she heard me teaching the other kids. So, you know, I'm getting all kinds of respected in this town. People don't much like people like me here. We have a guy in town who lost his mind because the COVID vaccine didn't stay in his arm when he got it, and that it was actually nanobots that were gonna take control of his body. So you can tell what kind of place I'm living in, because that's the pretty average consensus for people here, is don't trust the government, LGBT is bad, everything is the gay agenda, you know, all the good stuff. It's excellent. We love a paranoid town. We've never seen anything bad happen in a town that's super paranoid. Is that it? That's a coaster. Okay. Oh, these are some big fucking drawers. Holy shit. Oh my god, I wish I had drawers this big. The things I could do with this much space. That in there. Rolling pin. Nope. You use the less often, you go in the bottom drawer. Cookie cutter. Okay. I'm surprised that I haven't been able to open any of the fridges. Oh, another coaster. I'm actually gonna put these things up here so that I have space for the herbs. Because I feel like you're gonna reach less often for a plate than you are for all this kind of stuff, I think. In my opinion. In my opinion. If you're a cook, you want to have easier access to all of the cooking ingredients than literally anything else. I'm having, like, panic. My brain is panicking. It's like, oh my god, what happens if this shelf was not built well enough to carry all of these things? I'm just gonna put it on the oven. They'll tell me if I'm wrong. Cookie cutter. A whole microwave? Microwave is staying on the dining room table. Can I fit these? Yes, I can. So I just need to figure out what the fuck to do with the microwave. Toaster can go away. Oh, it's 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon? Okay, oh, my bedroom. What did I do? Undies aren't supposed to go in this drawer? Oh, okay. Plot twist. Okay, I'll just quickly move them. That one, and done. We are done! A queen-size bed all to myself. Nice. I have a queen-size mattress, but it's on the floor. You know, I gotta live in a fancy way. So what year are we doing next? In the next video, 2015. Ooh. Okay. Well, 2015, I was 25 years old. That is the year my daughter was born. So, we know, we know a significant event that happened that year. But what happened with you guys in that year? Let me know. And I will read the comments and respond. I generally do that. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe, and that way you can join all the other embarrassments, which is what you call a family of pandas, by the way. And yeah, until next time, bye.